Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to rock with me. I greatly appreciate that. We about to do what it do this morning. We about to get into some trouble, y'all. Give me 1 minute. I gotta hook something up. Pairing successfully. There we go. Just some little grooving music. That's all, because we about to dissect this foolery this morning. Good morning, Catalina. 18, how are you, baby? It's good to see y'all. We about to do what it do, baby. What's going on, family? It's good to see y'all. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means Queen, baby. We about to do what it do this morning. Okay? So I know a lot of us ain't gonna talk about this, okay? But we gotta say something because this is some foolery going on social media, okay? So the title of this foolery is Democrats are going to bypass we the people. Okay? Democrats are going to bypass we the people. They have done it already. Okay? They have bypassed us already because the delegates already have chosen her. Okay? And there was no primary. Now, a lot of people on Instagram is very upset with me because I said what I said. I give two shits if you're mad. I said what I said. It is not right that they did it at crunch time. They been knew something was wrong with Biden. Okay? 2 years ago, when he was falling and everything, they knew something was wrong with him. But yet they wait to his crunch time, and the primaries have passed in June. And now so-called C-19 has taken effect. And so now we get left with, let's draw a straw on who gonna be the candidate next. Okay? That's what happened. And I don't care who mad about it. And I'm a dim talking like this. I give two shits if you mad about what the fuck I said. Okay? Lost in translation, how are you, sir? It's good to see you. Mona D, how are you, baby? It's good to see you. Jay, how are you? Walker, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming in this morning. I greatly appreciate y'all for coming to stop by and see how I'm doing. So we gonna dissect some foolery this morning because I'm tired of all y'all coming to the to social media saying bullshit. I'm tired of it. It's aggravating to me. It's aggravating to me because we know that this shit is wrong. And if Republicans did this same shit, all the Dems will be in an uproar. They will be so mad talking about how y'all bypass we the people. That's what they will be saying. That's what the Dems will be saying to the Republicans if they did some mess like this. Oh, how y'all bypass we the people. But y'all said our vote matters. If it's true that our vote matters, how did y'all bypass us? Because there should be an emergency primary in every state. That's what it should be. It should be an emergency primary in every state. That's not fair. King, thank you so much. King said, I want you to have. King saw me acting up on IG this morning. King saw me acting up on IG this morning, so he gonna give me a $10 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. He said, I want you to have a wonderful and productive day. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. So I have a problem with that because Dems, we will, this is the problem with us, and I'm guilty of this too. Okay? I'm guilty of this too. When we are brought a plate of shit, right? And people tell you this food tastes good, and it's shit. You know it's shit. Okay? But they tell you this food tastes good. You will sit there and eat the food. You will sit there and eat the food. You know it's shit. It smell like shit. But because you a Dem and we supposed to vote Democrat, you gonna go and eat the shit. How many times this woman got to tell you, I'm not just going to have an agenda for black people? How many times do Democrats got to tell us, I'm not going to have just an agenda for black people? How many times do people tell us, I'm not just going to have programs for black people? How many? Barack did it as well. Barack said the same thing. I'm not just going to have programs for black people. Lost in Translation said it's finger licking good. This is what we do. This is what we do. We think that this makes sense. Boss man, how are you, sir? It's good to see you. We think that this makes sense. Listen, I am not trying to deter you from voting for who you want to vote for. I just want you to look. Look, because I'm a Dem too. Just look. Something is wrong here. Nobody is paying attention to the person behind the curtain. We just going to vote because we're Dems. We're Dems. We got to stick with it. We're Dems. But there's some Dems that's like, wait a minute, this shit don't make sense. Even when Trump first ran, some Republicans was like, nah, I can't fuck with this. This don't make sense. Even some Republicans was like, I can't do this. And I always vote Republican, but I can't do this. Dems, y'all got to look at this. This does not look right. They been knew Biden was in trouble. But then they unleashed Kamala on us. They been knew she was in trouble. Why did anybody, check this out. If we want to be truthful about the situation, right? If we want to be truthful, Biden was not supposed to be president. If we want to be truthful, he was not supposed to be president. Okay? Because everybody forgot about 1988. Everybody forgot about 1994. Everybody forgot about that. 1988 when he called us predators. And 1994, the crime bill. Everybody forgot about that. Everybody forgot about that because why? C-19 was in full effect. C-19 was in full effect. And because Biden been in D.C. longer, we said he gonna be better because Trump dropped the ball. That's what we thought. That Trump dropped the ball with C-19. But I'm going to share something with y'all that we never understood. Okay? I want to share something with y'all that we didn't understand. Okay? This is what we didn't understand. If we want to go by people policy, right? If we want to go by people policy, okay? The true person that should have been president back then would have been Bernie Sanders. Tell the truth and shame the devil. If we want to go by policy, right? Bernie Sanders would have been the one. Bernie Sanders would have been the one to be the actual president. But no, because he was not the quarterback. He wasn't the quarterback. Biden was the quarterback, so we went there. All that stuff that Biden has said to us, we forgot about that. Even when, okay, even when he went on a Breakfast Club and he talked to Charlemagne. And he told Charlemagne Now he told this to Charlemagne, but actually it meant for all of us, but we wasn't paying attention. He told Charlemagne this. He said, Charlemagne, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. And he laughed about it, and Charlemagne laughed about it. But it actually, he was talking to all of us because who votes in, who votes in, um, black people vote in droves when it comes to Democrat. They do. Republican, they got some salt and pepper on that side a little bit. But majority of black people, we vote Democrat. Yes, we do. Okay? Yes, we do. Marcus, how are you? Messi, I see you. Thank you for coming to rock with me, Messi. I appreciate you. The truth is, we know that this is shit that they serving us. We know this is shit that they serving us, but we eating the shit. We just gonna keep eating it because they serving it. They're Dems. You know what I'm saying? We believe everything that they say. I was like that too, baby. I'm not here trying to tell y'all that you this, you that. I did it too. It's only that I'm looking at this shit now. Like, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? What the hell is going on? Because when he started falling back then, I was like, oh, it's just, it's just a fall. It's just a fall. He just getting older. It's just a fall. Okay? No, he kept falling. He just kept falling. And I was like, wait a minute, something is not right. Something is not right. He keep falling. Why? Hey, Big Cooper, Maya, what's going on, baby? It's good to see you. That's what I was like, nah, something is wrong. He keep falling. Y'all listen. I can't tell you who to vote for. I'm a Dem to my core. But I can't do it. I'm sorry. This election, I can't do it. I have never said that before. I've always voted. But this, I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. No. No. Because if this shit go to hell in a handbasket, I just want to say I was not one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to say in my heart and mind, I was not one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? Because my problem is that when you can take 1,500 people and give them harsh prison time for weed, right? For weed, not no crack, not no dope, okay? But for weed, you could give them harsh prison time. 1,500 people, harsh prison time for weed, because you want to make a statement, okay? Because you want to get some notches on your belt. You're a special kind of evil. You're a special kind of evil. There's nobody I don't, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, listen. I don't know how many people that I know that smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many people that I know smoke weed. Okay? My mama used to have weed parties back in the day when I was young. Used to have weed parties back in the day when I was young. Okay? I don't know anybody who has not smoked weed not one time. I mean, just, you know what I'm saying? Even if they just hit that blunt one time, okay? Even if they just hit it one time. I don't know anybody who has not done that. And so for her to punish 1,500 people, okay, with prison time because of weed, you got to be a special kind of evil. You got to be a special kind of evil. I'm sorry. That does not make sense. And then for a man that was on death row, a black man who was on death row, okay? You had the evidence to free him from death row. You had the evidence to free him. That he was not the person that was there. You had the evidence to free him. The judge had to make you turn over the evidence. You couldn't say, this is my brother, he's in trouble. You couldn't say that. Let me get this to him because he's on death row. I don't want to see him uh I don't want to see him gone for something he did not do. I understand you being a prosecutor and the law is the law, damn it. That's right. The law is the law. But what do we say about that part? What do we say about that part? How you left this man on death row. The judge had to make you turn over evidence. They had to make you turn over evidence. What about that? I understand you doing your job as a prosecutor, but what about that part? Even if I said, okay, even if I said forget the 1,500 people that you sent to prison for weed, even if I say forget that, you still had this man on death row. You still had this man on death row. You still had him on death row. Walker said, don't forget 99% of those 1,500 were black men. Don't forget about that. Messi said he was on death row for weed. Messi, what Messi? Oh man, Messi, what is going on, Messi? Is that true, Messi? Come on now. Messi played too much. That's the problem that I got. I'm saying, look, I'm not saying don't choose her. I'm saying, oh, Messi said I'm asking. I don't know. Messi, you play too much. I'm just saying, y'all, look, something is wrong somewhere. Why you think they unleashed her on us at the last minute? They knew Biden was in trouble. They knew Biden was in trouble, but they unleashed her on us at the last minute. You want to know why? Because they knew we, the people, was not going to accept that. That's why. That's why. They knew that the primary voting would be horrible. They knew it. That's why they did it like that. That's exactly why they did it like that. They waited till after the primary. Okay? Because they know now it's too late for them to do it. They know now it's too late for them to do it. Now, I'm not sitting up here telling you to vote Trump. I am not. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you vote Trump. I can't. I can't tell you that. But what I will say to you is that Dems, look, something is wrong. That's what I will tell y'all. Look, something is wrong. I don't like Trump. Never liked him when he first won the White House. I remember crying in the international terminal in Terminal B in Newark Airport. I was securing the gates and saw that ish on TV. I was what the hell? And while I was locking up the area, tears was rolling down my face and shit, and I was hoping nobody saw my ass. Okay? I was hoping nobody saw my ass while I was crying and shit. Y'all listen. Dems, pay attention, y'all. Because they're throwing her at us. Oh, this all we got. They just picked motherfucking straws. This all we got. Now, a lot of y'all oh, well, Trump got a sketchy past. He did this, Central Park, all this. You know what I'm saying? He said he done grabbed a woman pussy and all this, and he done bought pussy and all this. And I understand that. Okay? I understand that. I'm not sitting up here comparing their records together. Only why I'm looking at her because what did she say she is? What did she say she is? She said I'm black. That's what she said she is. That's why I'm looking at her. Because people will get up here and say she black. They will say she black. But her mama is Indian. And her daddy is Jamaican. Do anybody know that they are Jamaican Indians? Anybody ever knew that? I hope I'm saying that right. Anybody ever knew that? They have some Indians that talk just like they are Jamaican. Yeah, they have Indians that are Jamaican. Anybody knew that? So when we sit up here and we like to say she's black, we have to think about this. Because if you can put 1,500 black people, okay? 1,500 black people and give them prison time, harsh prison time, okay? For some weed, you got to be a special type of evil. Good morning, Grace. How are you? It's good to see you. The Secret Garden, I see you, honey. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming to rock with me. Miss Straight Up No Chaser, I see you, baby. I have a problem with that. The 1,500 people for weed, y'all. For weed. Not crack, not nothing. Not crack cocaine, not dope. Not pills. Weed, y'all. Weed, y'all. And then you kept a man on death row even though you had the real evidence to free him. When you are African American, I don't care what spectrum of career you are in. Okay? I don't care what career you are in. You have an obligation to your people. I give two shits what school you went to, how you was raised. You have an obligation to your people. If you walk in front of your people and you see a pothole there, you supposed to tell them, y'all, there's a pothole down here. Watch that pothole. That's what you supposed to tell them. You have an obligation to your people. That's the problem that we have in the melanated community. Because let me share something with you. If a Caucasian person is walking ahead of his people, okay, and he see a pothole, he gonna tell everybody in the back, there's a pothole here, watch it. If an Asian person is walking in the front, okay, and he sees the pothole, he gonna tell the people in the back, there's a pothole, y'all. There's a pothole. Be careful, right? If Hispanic person is walking in the front, if he's walking in the front, there's a pothole on the street. He gonna tell his people, y'all listen, there's a pothole on the street. Okay? Right. But when black people see the pothole, yeah, I said it. I don't care if you mad. I said it. When black people see the pothole, you know what they do? You know what they do? They just let everybody fall in the pothole. You know what I'm saying? They just let everybody fall in it. They don't care. They just let them fall in it. It's only a slim few of us that will say something is there. Don't go there. Oh, it ain't my business. Some of y'all say that. It ain't my business. That's her business. And you know where y'all get that shit from? When we get up here, there's sisters like me all over social media. And we get up here and we tell y'all women, y'all ain't supposed to have that many baby daddies. Y'all ain't supposed to have that many children. Some of y'all motherfuckers will get in the comment section and y'all say, "Oh, you ain't got the right to tell her what to do. Mind your business. Mind your business." Then sometimes we get these Christian folks in here too. Y'all religious people, okay? And I'm Christian myself, but I tend to I tend to act indignant at times. Okay, God forgive me, because my mouth is a problem. Y'all will get up here and throw scripture. Judge ye not, and ye shall not be judged, and who is without sin cast the first stone. Y'all will get in here and judge scripture. But those scriptures are not for that. Mm-hmm. The scripture is not for that. Because God don't condone you up here screwing 7 men and you got 7 different baby daddies. And you got 7 children. God ain't sitting up there condoning that. The people who are telling you that it's wrong, they're telling you to be cautious, baby. You have messed up. But y'all quick to say, "Oh, no, you shouldn't be judging people." This is why a lot of black folks, when they do see the pothole, they just let you fall in it. They don't say nothing. They don't say nothing. Because y'all the same ones screaming from the pothole, "Judge ye not, and ye shall not be judged." This is why the older people don't even say much to y'all, because y'all quick to say some bullshit to them on social media. Yes, King Bow said, "Only God can judge them." That's what y'all say. Only God can judge me. All the time. My community is so crazy, and it makes me mad. It makes me mad because we cannot see past the smoke and mirrors. We cannot see past the smoke and mirrors. How are they not gonna have a primary for her? And I know y'all, I know people gonna say it's too close, it's too close. But look what the shit that they done. They just dropped Kamala on us. And now they talking about, "Oh, she's breaking records. She's doing this. She raised this much money. She raised that much money. She's breaking records." She's breaking records with the people who got money. I thought it was we the people that vote the president in. That's what y'all always tell us, but we all know it's the electoral college. We all know that. This just go to prove that our vote don't mean shit. Mm-hmm. That primary voting, that shit don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing. That's what it is. It don't mean shit. Lost in translation said that's Joe money. That ain't her money. That's Joe money. Um, 01. That mean that you don't vote in the primary. That mean you don't vote in the primary. You have never voted in the primary before if you said that comment. I want you to go check. You know that fake ballot paper that they send y'all on how the machine look? You know that paper that they sent everybody in the United States, that paper on how the machine look when you get inside the machine. It has a Republican side and a Democrat side, right? And it'll just have the president up there. It'll have the president that is now and the one that wants to run, that the Republican Party picked. It will just have them two up there. It would have just said Biden, and it would have just said Trump. They don't show VP. It doesn't say VP. I want you to go check that paper that they send you. Yeah, I want you to go check that paper that they send you. Mm-hmm. Go check that paper that they send you. It only have that name. It don't have the VP name. It only have Trump up there, and it only have Biden up there. That's what it is. I'm not gonna argue with you because that means you probably don't vote in the primary anyway, since you don't know that. But it's okay. Mm-hmm. So now let's let's get into it. I want y'all to hear. I want y'all to hear this right here. I want y'all to take heed to the message. Check this out.
Man, this rain is amazing. But let me say this. It's gonna rain. Black women, you're gonna see how much white women have used you for numbers. Imagine 100,000 white women marching on DC saying, we've been oppressed. The white man has said, take your ass home. You weren't oppressed. You were smiling when we were hanging black folks on postcards. Cut this shit. Black women, they sucked you in for feminism. They sucked you in for the LGBT movement. You're going to see that white women will vote for Donald Trump before they vote for Kamala Harris. Although she's not a black woman, a woman of color, you think they're going to let you have a symbolic woman of color first? Hi, black women. You are by yourself on this one. White women will not support you. White women will not support Kamala Harris. You just can believe it. White women will not support you. White women have been crying for years, but they will not support you, I promise. Man.
So this is Grub Kitchen. Is he right? Is he right about that? Is he right? Ellis said he's right. Are you sure, Ellis? Is he right? Because they said women will get behind Kamala. Is he right? Because they said women will get behind Kamala. Mm-hmm. That's what he said. They said women will get behind Kamala. So I just want to know if it's true. I just want to know. I just want to know what it looked like. Tell me. I just want to know. I just want to know. Yep. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm trying to check something. Mm-hmm. Give me 1 minute. I'm just looking for something. Give me 1 minute. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Because I just wanted to make sure I was saying the right thing. Because I'm like, I know Kamala is not. She was not in the primary. I had to just make sure. Because I was like, no, because when I voted, I didn't see her there. I just saw Biden. And just the voting in your town is on that primary in June. So I was like, I know that this doesn't make sense, but let me just double check. Because, sometimes when you talk out of the side of your mouth and you're angry, you may not, get your point across. But I was like, no, let me just check the ballot real quick. Let me just check the primary ballot real quick because I want to make sure that I'm right. So I just went to our New Jersey primary ballot. And Kamala is not there. It's only Biden and Trump. That's it. It's only Biden and Trump. That's all. So I knew that I was right. Mm-hmm. So that would be for June. That's what I said, primary. Okay. But some people get in here and y'all just want to say bullshit. Somebody get TMHC out of my chat, please. Drop them. Block them from the channel. If anybody can see them, they the last person that made the comment. Block them from the channel. Okay, King, there's one more too. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. One more, one more. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, King. I appreciate you, sir. I had to double check. I was like, no, I know, because that's what I voted. I know. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. We about to get back into the story. Cause you gotta be careful when you up here. You gotta be, you gotta make sure you saying that shit right. I don't wanna have to come back and apologize. Because when I'm wrong, I like to tell people when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I like to say if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'll say it. So now Grub Kitchen came back with another one. Okay? Okay? Grub Kitchen came back with another one. Now, that's right, King. She was hoping. She was hoping people didn't see that. That's why they did it like that. Because they know she got a lot of shit going on with her. So they had to say, let's draw straws, and that's who we gonna pick. That's what they had to say. Now, Grub Kitchen gonna drop this. Check this out. This is what he said too.
It's already started on Twitter. The black gender war. It's already happened before. The Democrats has already separated the black family, coming in, offering welfare services, telling black women if the man won't in the house, they could get a check back in the early 40s when the welfare system first started. Yes, they literally run around telling black women they would give them a $16 a month check if they didn't have a black man in the house. Now, we have black women on all over social media saying that they can't count on black men to vote for Kamala Harris, that black men are going to be sellouts, that black men don't care about the race. No, we don't care about symbolic victories and token first. We want a plan like the platinum plan that Donald Trump and Ice Cube worked and hashed out. Black women, we are not going to side with you. You've already abandoned the black man by running out on our family for welfare. You sided with the LBGT community. You sided with feminism. We are not going to side with you guys. We are not going to let you guilt us into you celebrating a Chucks and Pearls symbolic victory. We need to sit down and discuss this together. Ask black men why they are leaving the Democratic Party. Ask black men why they're considering voting Trump. Don't just shame us. Don't just try to guilt us. Don't call us brokies because we don't want to vote for Kamala Harris. Not saying we won't vote for her. We just want to know what she's going to do.
And this is what black men are asking. We just want to know, what are you going to do? Because you said the words out of your mouth, you said just like this, I'm not just gonna have a program for black people. I'm not just gonna have a program for black people. Trey, how are you, honey? It's good to see you. Deja, I see you, baby. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat, baby, and thank you for quoting scripture as well. I appreciate you, honey. I appreciate you for making a donation to the channel, baby. Thank you. So that's the problem right there. That's the whole problem right there. Okay? Black men just want to know, what's your plan? What are you going to do? Because you sat up there and said, I am not just going to have an agenda for black people. I am not just going to have a program for black people. Okay? This is what she said. And so, Grub Kitchen is asking this question. Don't just try to shame us into voting for you. because they already at the works. They already talking about it. Oh no, black men are going to be our problem. Black men are going to be our problem. Because y'all know that this ish don't make sense. So you gotta say black men are gonna be our problem. If we lose the race, it's gonna be for black men. It's gonna be because of black men. And that's why y'all all over Twitter acting a damn fool. But this is how we get black men on board. We shame them. Okay, we tell them they ain't shit, they ain't gonna never be shit, they never was shit. That's how you get them on board. You shame them. Has that worked? Has that worked in the past? Anybody raise your hand? Has that worked in the past? Has that worked in the past? Deja says, but she had a program for just Asian communities. Ooh, oops, oops. That's nasty. Okay? But we will sit up here and we will say, black men, black men, black men, black men. Has it worked in the past that we shamed our brothers? Have it worked? Because let me share with you how much in the past that this have worked. Let me show you how much in the past that this has worked. That even women from different races gotta come out and say, y'all don't know how to take care of y'all men. Even women from different races have to scream from the heavens, from the mountaintops. Because the black sisters that is in the heavens and from the mountaintops, she's screaming too that we need our brothers. But there's women from other races that are next to us screaming, y'all need y'all black men. Y'all don't see it, okay? And you have women that will come to social media and gotta be saying this. And she not melanated. She telling y'all how to take care of y'all men. She not melanated at all. Shout out to Dennis Sperling for this content today. And I can't pronounce this woman name properly, but y'all know who I'm talking about. She getting all the heat right now on IG.
Black American women are no competition, and that's how I got my man. That is what a lot of people think I said in one of my YouTube videos, which is going viral on all social media platforms. And you cannot imagine, the shitstorm from certain women is like a bad, really bad case of diarrhea right now. But luckily, at the same time, there are a lot of people who agree with my overall message, which is always, any average man deserves a fit, cooperative, feminine wife, especially in today's modern society. Tell me, where did you hear me say that Black American women are no competition? I was not even talking about Black American women in particular. 90% of these women who are in that comment section are single. Single by choice, you know, because the average man is not good enough. Oh, but coincidentally, that high value man is not checking for them either. I was talking.
But you have to have women of different races come out. Miss Brooks, that's what I'm gonna call her. Miss Brooks have to come out and correct y'all, because you know, Jay, I'm gonna butcher her name. You know I ain't good with names, honey. So Miss Brooks have to come out and tell y'all something about yourselves. And now y'all coming at her, and the whole hyena kingdom is coming at her. Okay? Because what she's saying, she telling the truth. She telling the truth. And y'all mad with it. Tell me how that's working out for y'all. Us bashing our brothers, telling them they ain't shit, they ain't gonna never be shit, they never was shit. Tell me how that's working out for y'all. Is it working out, baby? Can you see the silver lining? Hell no, you can't. You can't see shit. You can't see shit. So y'all think it's okay to just listen to people say, oh, well, it's because of black men we lost the vote, because that's what y'all gonna say. But I'm gonna share something with y'all. Let me share something with y'all. It's not only blacks that can make Kamala the president. Boom, right? That's nasty, right? That's nasty what I said. But it's true. It's not only blacks that can make Kamala the president. We only 67%. We only 67% as a whole. It's not just us that can make her president. You have to talk about the Caucasians. You have to talk about the Asians. You have to talk about the Hispanics. It's not just us. 67% is a lot, but it's not just us. For her to make it to be president, it's not just us. She got to win all those other races as well. And just because she's a woman, that doesn't mean every woman is going to say, oh, because you're a woman, I'm rocking with you. There are some women that don't like her policies. Last night on Black Man Unfiltered, this is the first time I heard this, but she's with the fact of a woman aborting a baby at 9 months. At 9 months, you have felt this baby grow inside you. 9 months. 9 months. I'm not here throwing stones at anybody because I have blood on my hands. How many times have I told y'all this? Anybody who's been rocking with me from the beginning, how many times have I told you I have blood on my hands from the things that I have done? But 9 months? 9 months, damn it, 9 months. This is the time you're looking for this baby to come. This is the time that you asking God for a safe delivery. This is the time. 9 months. I never heard that. I never heard that until I heard it last night on Black Man Unfiltered. And I almost lost my mind. I said, what? 9 months? You already feel the baby inside you. Lord, that's nasty. Oh, my goodness. My heart just broke when I heard that. This baby can see already. This baby can see. When the baby come out the womb, they can see you already. Oh my Lord, that's, woo, Lord, no. No, So now, okay, so now I had to get out. That was in my mind last night on Black Man Unfiltered. I was like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, mind you, listen, I'm the last person to judge anybody about having a deletion. I have done it. I have blood on my hands. I'm not sitting up here telling you anything, okay? I have done it, but I know the repercussions of it. I know the sadness. I know the hurt of it. Okay? I understand. Okay? I understand. I'm not sitting here judging anybody who have done this. But she said 9 months. No. You got to be a special kind of evil. She said 9 months. No. Now, this is another thing I want y'all to listen to. And this is from Kamala's own mouth. This is from her mouth. She said this. But before I say this, let me share something with y'all. What? Oh, nope, I didn't share it. I don't have it. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Oh, I got it. Good. Here we go. Charleston White, y'all know Charleston White been doing some nonsense in social media. But is he right when he say this, y'all?
Me fucked up. I wouldn't dare vote for no black.
Here we go.
Man, they got me fucked up. I wouldn't dare vote for no black bitch. Now that man, listen, I was raised by black women. I got a grandmother, I got black sisters, but I wouldn't dare put no black woman in no motherfucking position of the White House. The commander-in-chief of the military, a black woman. Not only that, a mixed black bitch married to a white man. Her pH balance is way off with that white dick. Man, you can't make me believe. Hell no. Man, Kamala Harris got a white boy. Her pH balance is off, and her mental stability got to be off. A hoe would have thrown off pH balance unless she's sneaking and fucking a nigga. Now, if she's sneaking and fucking a nigga, then we might can let her be vice president. But there's no way. America, I'd rather for black people to go back to slavery than let a black woman run this goddamn country. Don't do it. Say, listen, man, I'm against anything. Man, they got me fucked. Ain't with a black woman running shit. Motherfucker, bitch, you get your ass back in that bedroom and in the kitchen. But the White House, America, we can't do this right now. Hell no. I'd rather have another motherfucking civil war before we let a bitch run this motherfucker. Got me fucked up. Go back and get Barack, if anything. Find another mixed baby. But don't put no bitch in there. Ain't with a black woman.
Now, y'all know Charleston White. He be having some shit that be coming out the woodworks that he say, okay? And that was tough. That stuff he said was tough. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all I agree with everything he said. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell y'all I agree with everything he said. There's some stuff Charleston White will drop, okay, that will be amazing. And there's some stuff that you got to just step back and watch him. And this is one of those times. You got to step back and watch him, okay? That's all you can do. Because I don't know about no civil war, okay? I don't want to see this motherfucker burn. I don't want that. I don't know about no slavery. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't rock with that. I don't understand about the kitchen and the bedroom part. Okay. Now, yes, I applaud every woman that fuck her husband on a regular. I applaud you if you fuck your husband on a regular. Yes, I salute you, my sister. All the other stuff was wild. Y'all know how Charleston do. He be getting out. He be getting out there. He be doing some stuff. You just gotta sit back and watch him sometimes. You can't even make a comment on it. You know what I'm saying? Cause King said in here, no comment. King Val said no comment, and I understand. Okay? I agree. Okay? No comment. Okay? Cause that's a little bit too harsh, but I wanted y'all to hear that part. Now, I want y'all to hear this. A pastor exposed Kamala in her record, okay? Check out what this pastor said. This pastor is on fire. He is upset, honey, okay?
You know, Kamala Harris, she's running for the vice presidency. I call her Miss Lock Up a Brother, for when she was the AG in California, a Negro knew, a black man knew that he was dead in the water. He was dead in the water. Matter of fact, you don't need a trial. You might as well go into jail if you appear before her, because she took pride in locking up black folk. And now all of a sudden she's trying to be sister girl. I'm telling it. Check out her record. She locked us up left and right. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, you did, Kamala. However I should pronounce it, you did. And now we're supposed to forget all that stuff. And she boasted in California that she was one of the first. I got the tape queued, but my time's up to date. One of the first I showed you Thursday night to perform a same-sex marriage. Y'all want to see it? You want to see it? Let it rip.
Let the rings exchanged and the vows declared symbolize your commitment, sincerity, and affection.
Yeah.
And may your love never falter.
May your love never falter.
By virtue of the power and authority vested in me by the state of California, I now declare you.
You know, Kamala Harris, she's...
So Pastor was upset. He had some few words, some choice words for Kamala. Pastor was upset, honey. Okay. Now I want y'all to hear this, and this is a news clipping, and I want y'all to hear this. Check this out. Check this out. This was smoking. It's a news clipping.
And let's take a step back now to delve.
Hold on, y'all. I'm almost there.
Especially as she faced questions about her record as a prosecutor.
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way. As the elected attorney general.
Now, the last part is she blocked cash bail system that she blocked cash bail system that would help a lot of people get out of jail at the time. Okay? So, this was for poor people. People who only had a little bit of money to get out of jail for, I guess, this weed charge that she always hitting them with time like crazy. But what was her aim really at when she was imprisoning these black men and black women? What was her aim really at? Check this out. I always tell y'all, check behind the smoke and mirrors. What was her aim? What happens when you go to prison? What happens when you go to prison? Don't they work on license plates in prison? Don't they clean the highways and stuff like that? They get out there and clean up the highways and everything like that. Don't they do that in prison? What they call that? That's free labor, right? The state get free labor. Because these people, what they pay them, like 10 cents or something like that, 20 cents or something like that. Yeah. So the more people that she incarcerate, right? She can incarcerate these people. They gotta, for them to be on good behavior, to try to get out, lessen their time for a weed charge. You gonna want to get on the chain gang because you want to lessen your time, right? It help you lessen your time. So you gonna be out there in the hot, scorching sun, picking up trash off the highway or doing plates for a car. You gonna do that because you don't want to be in here. So that's why. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling y'all, look past the smoke and mirrors. There's a reason why that's being done. 15,000 people. I'm sorry, 1,500 people. 1,500 people that she said, you got a weed charge, I'm taking you down. Where do they do that at? Where do they do that at? Is weed. And when they asked her about it, have you ever smoked weed before? All she did was laugh. She went to a HBCU college. She went to a HBCU college. Matter of fact, any college. When you're a freshman, you run out the gate doing bullshit. Anything somebody want to show you, you run out the gate doing bullshit. But she laughed about it. She didn't say she did. She didn't say she did. She laughed about it. Is that an admission of guilt when we doing something and somebody call us on it? But what the first thing we do, that scared laugh, ha 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 shit, that scared laugh. It's a problem there, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. Anybody offended by my content, y'all could kick rocks. That shit is fucked up. I'm sorry. And this is the stuff that we talk about her right now. This is what the Democrats didn't want us to do. They didn't want us to do this because they knew this would worsen her chances. Because if they would have announced her in the beginning of the year that she would be on the primary ballot, she would be on it. Okay? If they announced that she would be on it, they would have saw the truth. They would have saw the truth because the Republicans would have had enough time to get those commercials. The Republicans would have had enough time to get those commercials ready to get on that ass about her record in Cali. They would have had enough time to bring up all the shit she did as a prosecutor. That's why they did that shit like this. Hey, Renee. Mr. He said, Mrs. She said, how are you? It's good to see y'all. That's why. That is why they threw her at us like that, because they did not want us to recall all the shit that she has done beforehand. And I'm going to share something with you. Only why Biden got picked the way he did, because of C-19. We was scared as shit. We vote crazy when we scared. If anybody say I'm lying, you lying to yourself. We vote crazy when we scared. We vote crazy when we scared. When we scared, we terrified. That's what the Republicans know. They scare their people. Democrats scare their people. So you don't see what's behind the curtain. You just see the smoke and mirrors. Both of those parties are fucked up. They scare their people into voting. What do they tell the Republicans? Oh, the blacks are coming for you. The blacks gonna do you like you did them. You don't want them in your neighborhood. Vote for Trump. You don't want them in your neighborhood. Vote for Trump and shit. They scare them. First of all, let me share something with you. Dear white people. Dear white people, I want you to understand this part. Okay? Dear white people, please understand this. We not going to do y'all like y'all did us. We not. We have no desire to do that. We just want to live our life and raise our children. We don't have no desire to do anything to y'all like y'all did us. Because you want to know why? We not heartless. Yeah, I know it's nasty, but it's true. We could never do the shit that y'all did to us. We could never do the shit y'all did to us. We could never in a lifetime. Never. All that stuff y'all did to us, we could never do it. Never in this lifetime. We could never. All the stuff y'all have done to our ancestors, we could never do that shit y'all did to us, because we the originals. God didn't make us like that. It's true, he didn't. He didn't make us like that. Even when our ancestors were in Africa, they were not ruthless like that. No, we could never. We could never. The stuff y'all did to us, we don't even desire to do that to y'all. We don't. We don't. I know it's nasty, but it's true. We don't. Y'all did some horrible things to our ancestors. And we don't desire to do that because we don't have the heart for that. That's why, and I'm going to tell you why we don't have the heart for that. Check this out. Any crimes that sound horrific, right? Any crimes that sound horrific, like monstery, you know what I'm saying? It sound crazy and stuff. It ain't us. Once we hear what the crime sound like, it ain't us. It ain't us. We already know it ain't us. Okay? Because we don't do that. It's not in us. Okay? It's not in us. Once we hear what the crime sound like, okay, it ain't in us. I'm just saying, it ain't in us. We don't do crimes like y'all do crimes. Like when y'all do stuff to people, that shit be crazy. We don't do stuff like that. We don't have the heart to do all that stuff. We don't. We not built like that. So with that being said, Democrats, if you are a Democrat, I want y'all to listen to me. Y'all see shit on that plate, right? I don't care what black women tell you, that the shit smell good, it tastes good, all that other stuff. I don't care what nobody tell you. Okay? I don't care what nobody tell you. Malik, you could drop them. I don't care what nobody tell you. Okay? I don't care what nobody tell you. You see it. You see it. You see it. You see the shit. Okay? Don't eat the shit. Don't eat the shit. Okay? Something is wrong. They're trying to feed us shit. Don't eat the shit. Don't let our sisters get out here and try to bully y'all. Talking about, oh, you ain't right. Okay? Mona D got a whole post about some woman. I don't know her name. She's an influencer, or she's either a anchor or something. She's somebody. Okay? Okay, she's somebody. And Mona D got it on her community tab that she said, if you don't vote Kamala, you ain't black. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to pass in a black card. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to pass in a black card. Because we tired. We tired. They just throw her at us and like, oh, she said she black, we going to run with that. But her actions show that she not. Her actions show that something is wrong. Her actions show. I'm sorry. I'm going to sit this one out, y'all. I'm going to sit this one out. I'm sitting this one out. I'm sorry. I've never said that a day in my life, but I'm sitting this one out. I can't do it. I can't do it. My conscience won't let me. My conscience won't let me. I'm going to have to sit this one out. I'm going to have to sit this one out. I couldn't do it. I said, no, I can't do it. Okay? I can't do it. It's too painful. Especially when I heard the part of the 9 months. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And y'all see how women, how our attitudes change so quickly. Like, if we get mad with our husband for some bullshit, we will burn the kingdom down. You know what I'm saying? We will burn the kingdom down because we mad with our husband. Can you imagine if she pregnant, she get upset with her husband, okay? She get upset with her husband because her husband didn't do something that she wanted him to do. And then she go off to the chop shop and at 9 months, and they gonna get rid of the baby. You know what I'm saying? At 9 months, because under Kamala, it's okay. Okay? So now you got a husband, like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? This gonna be some shit that's gonna blow people's mind away. You know what I'm saying? The husband gonna be like, what the fuck? You was just pregnant. What did you do? You know what I'm saying? And now she come talking about, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that, what I wanted you to do. And so I got rid of it. You know what I'm saying? I could see that shit happening. I could see that shit happening. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Trey, listen. Listen, Trey. I'm sorry. I have to. I have to. I know people gonna be like, oh, that's messed up. Take heed. You know, you a Democrat. I gotta sit it out. I'm sorry. It look crazy. I can't in all good conscience and be like, this makes sense. Because now they all coming and they bashing all the black men. If Kamala don't win, it's because of the black men. It's because of the black men if she don't win. Jasmine, how are you, baby? I know I ain't say your name right. But this is what it is. If she don't win, it's the black men's fault. Because all black women are gonna vote for her. And this is the problem that y'all have, just so confusing. Not all black women will vote for her. There's black women who don't agree with her. Not all black women gonna vote for her. There are women who love their families. There are women who are obedient to their husbands. There are women that respect the natural order. Not everybody's gonna vote for her. you know, if she fails, it's going to be because her background played a part in it. Her stance on shit played a part in it. If she fell. And they gotta stop pushing the narrative that she black. They gotta stop that. That's what they did to get her over. And only why we accepted it because Biden, we wanted Biden in here because we thought Trump was the true problem. We thought Trump was the true problem. But the true problem was the science evidence that came out now, the fake evidence of science that came out now about C19. That was the true motherfucking problem. Fauci was the problem. I'm sorry, and I like Fauci too and shit, but he was the problem because all those mandates and shit was not needed. It was not needed. All those ventilators and shit was not needed. That shit was not needed because C19 is still in this bitch. Do you hear anybody say a ventilator anymore? No, they just put the patient in a room that got dry air and shit and let them wait it out. That's all they do. They let them wait it out. And sometimes they'll tell you to just go home. Long as you ain't breathing out of control, they tell you go home. And work that out at home. Go home. That's what they do. And that's what they should have done in the beginning. But they got scared. Everybody got scared because this was something new to them. They got scared. And I don't blame them. I was scared too. I told y'all this yesterday. I was scared too. Do you know how many people I put in the freezer when C19 went down? Do you know how many people that I had to bring out to the trailer that was outside the hospital? That made me cry. Every time I had to bring somebody down, I would tell my partner, let me go to the bathroom, clean my face real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me go clean my face. And then he'd be like, you know what? Let me go clean mine too. No, the fuck, we wasn't cleaning our face. We was in that bitch crying. We was in that bitch crying. Okay? We was in that motherfucker crying. Like, what the fuck? Then all of a sudden on the radio, they calling us floor something, and we going up to get somebody else. That shit was not funny. And then they made us mandatory. We had to take the shot, or you lose your job. And I know some people clown me for that when I was telling them I had to take the shot. And they was like, oh, I would have just left that job. Let me share something with you. You don't know anybody family dynamics. You don't know if this family need 2 incomes. Okay, you don't know what this family is going through. And I could not just let my husband take on that burden like that. Because I love my motherfucking husband. I love my husband. Bitch, fuck what you heard. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about y'all husband. But I love my king. I don't want to see him do more than what he ain't supposed to do. Okay, we supposed to help each other in this bitch. We help each other. Fuck that. Okay? So when that mess happened, okay, when C19 was running rampant in this bitch, everybody was fucking scared. I was scared too. That shit was breaking my heart. Every time you turn around, they was testing us and shit because we were taking people from their rooms down to the freezer. They was testing us. Every time, do you have it? Do you have it? You know, this and that. Do you have it? Then when you got it, they tell you got to go home. Now you got to isolate in one of your rooms. Tell the kids don't come back here and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to wear a mask all in the house and stuff. Lysol and everywhere. All because of the fake science that they told us. Fauci, thank you, Fauci. Thank you. Okay? All the ventilators and shit. And if you go back to all the people who went on to glory around that time, everybody who went to glory was labeled C19. Everybody. Even if they had already a condition beforehand. Why was that? Why was that, y'all? Hey, Skinny, how you doing, honey? Why was that? Why was that? That's right. Miss Straight Up No Chaser. It was that money, baby. It was that money. Everybody was labeled C19. It was that money, baby. It was the money. Everybody labeled C19. Everybody. Because if they wasn't labeled C19, what happened? The government wasn't giving you no money. They wasn't giving you no money. Everybody labeled C19. Even if you had something that already ailed your body, you was labeled C19. Deja, thank you, baby, for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate it. We found out if you have C19 and you catch it within the first 3 to 5 days, they have a pill that they can give you that cut it the healing time in half. Oh, okay. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. But I'm going to share something with you. Guess what? Guess what, y'all? Old remedies could get C19 away. Can you imagine? Old remedies that your mama used to use. You know how your mama will put you in the bathroom and she turn on the shower as hot as you can stand it. Turn on the shower. Like steaming, boiling hot. You don't get in the shower, but you just turn on the shower, right? And you just sit the fuck on the floor. That's it. You just sit the fuck on the floor and breathe in and just breathe that shit in. That's it. With some tea, lemon, okay, and honey. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? But they telling us we had to take all this other stuff. Okay? And Vicks, that's right. And Vicks too, baby. You got that right. That's it. Because the body know that this is a virus. Okay? The body know this is a virus. Okay? So the body is already made to be Superman and Superwoman. Okay? Okay? Shout out to Mr. He said. The body already know, okay, that it's designed to be Superman and Superwoman. So when something gets in it and they know it don't belong there, they ready to go Mike Tyson on that ass. Cause you ain't supposed to be in this motherfucker. So they ready to go Mike Tyson on that ass. So as you outside the body, okay, you supposed to be herbing it up with some hot water, hot tea, you know what I'm saying? That lemon, that honey, that help your body fight the shit off. Burn that shit the fuck out. That's what you supposed to do. Breathe in that hot air. You supposed to do that. That's what you supposed to do. But because they scared the fuck out of us, okay, they scared us. I gotta stop saying F word. I keep dropping the F word. I'm trying to get better, y'all. They was scaring us and shit. So we just immediately ran with that. Oh no, Biden is coming to save us on his white horse and stuff. He coming to save us and everything. Okay? Why? You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. This is what it is. But the true key to this whole thing is that our bodies should have just went through it. Our bodies should have just went through it. Listen, I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. I'm not telling you who you supposed to, you know what I'm saying, you supposed to choose. All I'm saying is that the Dems put a plate of shit in your face. And they put a little hot sauce on that shit. And told y'all, eat it up. It's good. Eat it up. You know what I'm saying? Eat it up. It's good. You know. I'm just saying. Thank you, Malik. I appreciate you. Now, I want y'all to hear the perspective of O'Shea Duke Jackson. Y'all know I like O'Shea. I always drop his stuff in my IG feed. I love this brother content. Even though sometimes he's serious, sometimes he's funny, but I love his content. And I want y'all to hear it. So listen to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Y'all know I ain't good with pronouncing nobody's name, y'all. I kid you not. Check this out.
Best cleaning tool.
Commercial,
TikTok
y'all.
made me
Sorry.
buy it.
Y'all know O'Shea quick with those commercials.
If you're a young person watching this, this is leadership. This is patriotism. This is what it means to put the country first and put the party first and put the cause first. When your arm gets tired, you let somebody else finish pitching the game. That's what Joe Biden has done, and he's done that for all of us.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Kick the beat. The last few weeks have been crazy for this presidential campaign. I've never seen anything like it. Donald Trump had a situation where gunshots almost got assassinated. A few days later, a current president who beat Donald Trump says he's no longer going to run for president. And this is all crazy to me. But he wasn't doing so well in the rematch. And that was clearly evident according to Van Jones.
And this is the difference between a politician and a leader. He made a selfless decision, and people are heartbroken. Even people who are pushing for this to happen. It's kind of like when your grandpa, you got to take the keys, and everybody, you got to take his keys, you got to take his keys, you got to, and he's fighting, and everybody's so frustrated, and then you finally get the keys back.
Vance Jones is getting on my last motherfucking nerve. Sometimes I can't stomach him, but here we go, y'all.
And then you just cry. Because this is somebody that you love. This is somebody that you care about. This is somebody who was there for you. This is somebody, you wouldn't be here without him. And you had to take something from him.
And he crying. He crying while saying this shit. He crying while saying this shit.
Now, this is not, this politics is politics, but this is a human moment for one of the great humans in America. This is a huge moment for him, for his family, for all of us who love him, for all of us who wanted him to get across the finish line. But if you're a young person watching this is leadership. This is patriotism. This is what it means to put the country first and put the party first and put the cause first. When your arm gets tired, you let somebody else finish pitching the game. That's what Joe Biden has done, and he's done that for all of us.
So who else would it be?
He reminds me of this saying that I heard when I was young. When master be sick, right? They say, I's a master sick. I's a master sick.
Incoming call.
I's a master sick.
No one knows. We didn't even think that Joe Biden would endorse his own vice president, which has happened before. I mean, look at what's going on with Donald Trump and Mike Pence. Mike Pence was the former vice president. He don't even want to deal with Trump anymore. So it's not uncommon that Joe Biden would endorse Kamala Harris. Even Barack Obama didn't want to endorse Kamala Harris. But stop.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm wrong. Wait a minute. Jay put it in here. What's wrong, boss? We sick. There we go. Skinny put, we sick, master. Now, I always heard that I was a master sick. That's what I always heard when I was young. I was a master sick. Okay. And that's when my uncles and them would be making jokes and stuff. So that's how I heard it. Here we go, y'all.
Show. But something strange is going on. While there are a lot of ladies out there happy for Kamala Harris. There are a lot of ladies who are not. There are tweets going around talking about if a woman becomes president, they're leaving the country. And it's not men that's saying that. That's a woman saying that. But the most interesting comment that I've heard so far has been from social media content creator Charleston White. Here are his reasons why he doesn't want Kamala Harris being the president.
Man, they got me f***ed up. I wouldn't dare vote for no black. Man, listen, I was raised by black women. I got a grandmother, I got black sisters, but I wouldn't dare put no black woman in no mother position of the White House. The commander-in-chief of the military, a black woman. Not only that, a mixed black married to a white man. Her pH balance is way off with that white. Man, you can't make me believe. Hell no. Man, Kamala Harris got a white boy. Her pH balance is off, and her mental instability got to be off. A hoe would have thrown off pH balance unless she's sneaking and f***ing. Now, if she's sneaking and then we might can let her be vice president. But there's no way, America. I'd rather for black people to go back to slavery than let a black woman run this goddamn country.
I don't know about that.
Don't do it. Say, listen, man, I'm against anything with a black woman running. Motherfucker, get your ass back in that bedroom and in the kitchen. But the White House, America, we can't do this right now. Hell no. Hell no. I'd rather have another motherfucker Civil War before we let her run this mother. Got me f***ed up. Go back and get Barack. If anything, find another mixed baby. But don't put no in there.
Those opinions are his own, but it could be some people who feel like that. Kamala Harris is half Jamaican, half Indian. She's also married to a white guy, none of which I give a damn about, right? That doesn't matter to me. She also went to Howard University, which is an HBCU. That also doesn't matter, although it wouldn't matter if she had the right perspective. But she doesn't. This 9-second video is all that I care about.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
You see, the one thing that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have in common is that they don't want to give black people anything because neither one of them have any real ties to the black community. Kamala Harris went to Howard University. Kamala Harris might talk hip here and there, but the reality is that Kamala Harris is on task with Biden with keeping things going as
I like what Marcus just said. He said, I only care about her policy. Now, this is the problem right here. Nobody understands what policy she about to lay down. She has not come to us and said, this is what I propose. Once Biden said, here's the reins to the kingdom, she's supposed to came to the American people and said what she wanted to say. And said, this is my plan going forward for the American people. But what she gonna do is stay the status quo on the road that Biden is on, and nothing will be given to us because she does not believe that black people should have reparations. She doesn't. Just like how Steve Harvey and her had a little debate or something, and he said, reparations, we not here to talk about reparations. He did that coon shit. We not here to talk about reparations. Okay? But if you want to give us a little something, something, you could give us a little something, something. Yeah. Why a lot of people that sit up here and say they don't think that reparations should be given to the melanated community is because, not melanated community, I'll say African American, because they don't see anything worth giving. They don't see us worthy of getting it. Do you understand? They don't see us worthy of getting it. Mind you, they have gave it to every other race here in America, but they don't see us. We're not worthy of getting this. Something that our ancestors was supposed to be given right out of slavery. Okay? They don't see that we supposed to get it. But then they'll also put in, oh, we don't know We don't know um who were actually tied to how can I say this? We don't actually know who were slaves, who families were slaves. That's what they're saying. They're lying. They're lying. You know how you trace somebody that who was their slave owner? You know how you trace it? How did they know who was whose slave? How did they know, y'all? How did they know? They didn't just brand us either, because you know they used to brand our ancestors on the arm. They didn't just brand us. What else did they give us that we knew this is John Adams' slave? How did they know that? Thank you, thank you, thanks Malik. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Malik. Thank you, 18. That's how you know. That's how you know, baby. It's our last name. Them slave owners gave us their last name. Oh, you John K. Polk slave. That's how they gave us the last name. That's how you know. We know doggone well your last name Johnson, and you coming from overseas, your last name ain't gonna be Johnson. We know doggone well. African people don't have names like we do. That's how you know. That's how you know. They don't. They gave us their last names. Even though they marked us, they marked our ancestors on the arm or on the back like cattle. But it's the last name that tell who you are. And some of us can trace the lineage. My auntie used to tell us who we were actually owned by on our grandfather's side. All the time when we were young, she would tell us. They just trying to say things that they think will hinder a lot of people. But if we put two and two together, you will understand, what did the slave owners do that bring your family for generations and generations and generations to come? What did they do? You have your slave master's last name. You kept that name. Even after you were freed, you didn't change your name. You kept it because that's what you were taught. That's how they knew who the slave master you belonged to. That's James K. Polk slave right there. That's Willie Johnson's slave right there. That's how they knew who was the slave. And the slave knew who was their master. And the slave even told you, I belong to Willie Johnson. I belong to William Johnson. Even the slave will tell you when you try, I see you over here, this and that. Why you on this street? And they will tell you, my master name is James Polk. And he told me to come down here. I had to pick up something from Mr. Johnson. They would tell them they knew who their slave owner was. All of us have that badge of shame at the end of our name. All of us have that badge of shame at the end of our name. Don't get up here and act like you don't know. Now you don't know. When we all carry that name, now you know. You want to know who is a slave? All you got to do is ask them what's their birth name. They're going to tell you. They're going to tell you. Anybody sit up here and tell me I'm lying? You lying to your damn self. That's what they're going to tell you. You saw a slave walking in the late midnight hour. She had to get something from Miss Johnson's house. And white folks saw her. And she would tell them, they would ask her who she belonged to. She would say, I belong to Mr. Johnson. I belong to Mr. James Johnson. And they say, well, girl, you better get out about yourself. You better get on about yourself and get out of this street, off this road. So don't get up here and tell me y'all don't know who is who. All you got to do is check our names at birth, damn it. Hey, Ricky, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Ricky said there is only one master. His name is Bruce Leroy. Good morning, Queen Mother. Thank you, Ricky. I needed that laugh because I was about to start crying. Thank you so much. Let's get into it, y'all.
That's right. Kamala Harris doesn't give a damn about the African American community.
Do you support reparations for black people?
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit black children, black families, black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not.
But they have programs for other races that benefits just their race. But when it comes to a program for black Americans, right, they can't do it. But if it's an agenda to fight against us, they put everything in power to push it. Okay? Because let's not forget the 94 crime bill. Let's not forget the 1994 crime bill. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget the crack era. Any agenda that is pushed on our community, right, is good. But if it's something that can benefit the community, there's no money. There's no money. I understand now. I understand. I got you.
Sit here and say, I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people? No, because whatever benefits that black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country.
That is exactly why Kamala Harris equals Joe Biden. You're going to see things that are going to hurt the African American community. More migration, okay? Your cities like Black Chicago, your cities like New York City, Denver, Boston are going to continue to be overrun with immigrants or migrants, and taxpayers will have to pay for that. What communities will these migrants come to? They're going to come to Chicago. They're going to come to Boston. They're going to come to New York. The places where African Americans live at. And they're going to come and live in their communities, and then they're going to be there to replace them in the future to take their job.
I want to share something with y'all. You see what O'Shea just said right now? When he talking about the migrants and stuff like that coming to every, all these cities and stuff like that. Something that a lot of people don't know. The governor asked for these people to come to your state. They asked them. I said this yesterday. The governor asked them to come to your state. The president don't just drop them in your state. He doesn't. The governor has to call the president and say, this is how many people we can withstand. And only why these states do it is so that they can get more representation in DC, so that they could get more money for funding in their state. When they get this lump sum of money from DC, they don't just give it to the migrants, they use it as well. And allegedly they probably put some away for a rainy day. But that's what they do. They have to call the president and ask. The president don't just drop people off in a state, because what happens? These people will get all types of loss. They need help. So he just don't drop them in a state. The governor has to ask for them. He has to ask for them. That's why when shit happen, you got to look at your governor. You got to look at your mayor. When shit happen, you got to look at your governor. You got to look at your mayor. Because once the governor say that these people can stay, right? This is what happened. Now he start talking to the mayors and say, do you have room in your town? Do you have room in your town? Can you take this? And that's when those mayors start saying, I could take this, but I'm gonna need this and I'm gonna need that to help them get along. And they gonna give it to them because they already got a lump sum of money from DC already. I just want to let y'all know, it's not that they drop these people off and leave them in your state. Your governor. So your governor is the problem. If you got all these migrants in your state, your governor is the motherfucking problem. When it's time to vote that motherfucker in, y'all get his ass out of that bitch or her. That's the truth.
That's what we're going to see. But what else are we going to see? No airsoft reparations. Kamala Harris doesn't feel that she owes the black community anything. And she could be right in her assessment because, hey, she's Jamaican and Indian, not African American. She doesn't feel like she owes anybody anything. So to me, I don't care about her being married to a white man. I don't care about anything else than that. I care about that where she stands on reparations in the current black community, she doesn't care, and then blacks will still be overlooked. That is exactly why black people don't need to vote for Kamala Harris. She doesn't want to give you reparations. She doesn't talk about HBCU funding. This is what Donald Trump talked.
Wait a minute now. I see what you got in there. She not like us. Trump not like us either. I just want y'all to pay attention. Trump not like us either. She not like us, and Trump not like us either. I just want y'all to pay attention to this, y'all. Pay attention. Stop watching just the smoke and mirrors. Look what's going on behind the curtain, baby. Look at what's going on behind the curtain. That's what I want y'all to do as well.
About in the past, okay? In the past.
Since I signed the executive order establishing this initiative in my administration, we have made great strides in strengthening HBCUs, a cherished and vital institution in our country. Very important. I'm proud to say that my budget continues America's commitment to helping HBCUs improve their competitiveness, requesting more than $500 million for HBCU-focused programs. Further, the recent budget deal allows for the forgiveness of any outstanding loans owed under the HBCU Hurricane Supplement Loan Program, which was a very difficult task, and it worked out. I'm also pleased that our expansion of the Pell Grant eligibility will greatly help the many students attending our wonderful HBCUs.
Now, I do understand the racialized bigots on the right. Yes, you have your sometimes non-black bigots, your Andrew Tates, your Sneakos, your Myron from Fresh and Fit, your Kim.
Now, Malik put something in here too, and I want us to talk about this. Malik said, was Barack like us? Now, I'm going to share something with y'all. This is painful, but it's true. Barack was not like us either. He was not like us either. He was not. Because this is one thing that y'all miss or y'all don't understand. Did y'all know Barack's grandfather was best friends with the Bushes, Let that sink in real quick while we finish this.
Miss Owens, I get it 100%, but I'd rather vote for Trump and deal with racial bigots than to vote for Kamala Harris, who pretends to be down and she isn't. That's the reality. She isn't. And most Americans are looking at it from that perspective, especially in the black community. How much longer are our communities going to continue to be disintegrated and failing? A lot of our democratic cities that we have in black America, look at them, Baltimore. Look at the educational system. Look at how the students there are failing in math. Look at it in black Philadelphia. It's laughable. Look at it in Atlanta. We already know what's going on in Jackson, Mississippi. It's all terrible. None of this is going to be producing a good quality of life for the African American youth, or currently what's happening for the adult black American community, or the hashtag FBA. The Democrats have turned it into a joke. Some of your dirtiest cities, I believe out of all the top dirtiest cities in America, all of them are ran by Democrats, including Houston, Texas, one of the best and thriving economies in today's market. Look at Black Chicago with Brandon Johnson. Look at some of your smaller cities like Dayton, Illinois. They have all of this language that sounds good, but there are no tangibles for the African American hashtag FBA, hashtag ADOS community. To me, it wouldn't matter who she was married to. She could be married to an alien for all I care. She could be a man.
This is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to go do some history work. I want y'all to go do some history work. Because when I found this out, I was like, what the hell? Barack grandfather, his mother father was best friends with the Bushes. Yeah. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, right? Smoke and mirrors. Let that sink in. See, people will get up here and say Trump can relate to black people. Let me share something with you. Trump can relate to rich black people. Trump can relate to rich white people. Trump can relate to rich Asian people. Trump can relate to rich Jewish people. He can relate to people as long as it got rich next to it. Okay? That's the truth. That's what y'all miss. See, money ain't got no color on it. It's just green, baby. Okay? I know that's messed up, right? But it's true. Money ain't got no color on it. It's green, baby. You see that? I know. That shit is not right. That shit is not right. But money talk and bullshit walk. So it don't matter what color you are, long as rich is on the end of that shit, Trump gonna understand you. Cause you rich. Okay? That's why y'all see him in pictures with people who got money that's black. He always shake their hand and shit. They be taking pictures together. Back in the 80s and 90s, you would see him and shit like that because there's money attached to it. Or this person can give him something. That's why he linked up with these people. I always tell y'all, you have to vote with who's the candidate. Who's the candidate that is best? Okay? Who is the candidate that is best that will fit your family? Stop worrying about everybody else and the drama that they bring. Who is the candidate that will fit your family better? Okay? Yes, Mercedes said it's beneficial to him. That is correct. That is correct. All I'm saying, and I'm not saying that, I'm not telling you not to vote for Kamala. I'm not telling you that. I'm not telling you not to vote for Trump. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you vote for the candidate that fits you best. That's what I'm telling you. Whatever candidate fits your family best, that's who you vote for. Don't let nobody tell you, my brothers, that, oh, you black, you supposed to vote this way. Listen, vote for the candidate that fits you best. That's what I want to tell you. I want you to stop, my sisters as well, stop looking at the smoke and mirrors and look behind the curtain. We have been asking for reparations for God knows how long. They're not going to do it, baby. They are not going to do it. They are not going to do it. We have been asking for reparations for God knows how long. Okay? And Grub Kitchen said this. Grub Kitchen said this. Check out Grub Kitchen one more time.
So hashtag black voter strike, no check, no vote. Let's say it again. Let's not miss this time in history. Y'all know as black people, we like to save face. We are a single mother race. We like a single mother. The single mother, you can't ask her, girl, you talking to a new guy. What's good about him? Girl, he better than Ray Ray. Okay, well, what you like about him? Girl, he don't do the shit Ray Ray used to do. Girl, tell me something about the new guy. What's up with the new guy, Sean? Sean ain't like Ray Ray. You ask the black race, what Joe Biden do for black people? He ain't like Donald Trump. Well, what is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris doing? They ain't like Donald Trump. What they doing for you? They ain't like Donald Trump. Just like a woman can't tell you nothing good about the new man. He just ain't like the last man. And that's what's wrong with our race. We like to save face. We need to speak up and say, you know what? We saved the Democrats. And we've been doing that every year. And we saved them. And they turned around and gave them Afghans all that money. And gave them Mexicans reparations. No. We made a mistake. But yet when you bring up Chucks and Pearls and Joe Biden, black folks be quiet. You voted for them. You wanted them in office. Speak up and say, I made a fucking mistake. So this time, no check, no vote. Black voter strike. So
now, he says, speak up and say you fucked up. And I'm here to say, I'm speaking up and I'm saying I fucked up and I voted for Joe Biden. He right. Because what did black folks say? He ain't Donald Trump. He ain't Donald Trump. That's all we were saying. He ain't Donald Trump. Yeah, that's all we were saying. What Biden do for the black community? He ain't Donald Trump. That's what we were saying. He ain't Donald Trump. Raise your hand if you lived better under Trump. Raise your hand if you live better under Trump. Did eggs cost $5? Did eggs cost $5? I gotta talk about the food because I always, shopping for my family. So was milk $5? Was gas almost $5, $6? Have we ever experienced that under Trump? Have we experienced that under Trump? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Did you make more money under Trump? Did you live better under Trump? Mind you, he was just taking care of the rich folk. He wasn't even taking care of the average Joe. He wasn't even taking care of the white people either. Trump was just taking care of the rich people. That's what he did when he got up in that bitch. He made all those cuts to the rich class. That's what he did. He ain't do nothing for the poor people. But that shit trickled down. That shit trickled down to us. He ain't do nothing for the average Joes, but everybody voted his ass in that bitch. All he did was take care of the rich and shit. But what happened? We had more money. We had jobs. Businesses wasn't closing and shit. Businesses wasn't closing. And I'm going to share something with you. Trump wasn't sending no money to the Afghans. He wasn't sending no money. He wasn't sending no money nowhere. None of all these wars that's funded with American tax. That money nowhere. He wasn't sending that money. He wasn't sending that money to nobody. He was one of those people that like, I ain't got that money and got billions of dollars in his pocket. Well, he like, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money for you. I ain't got no money for you. Immigrant come over and they get on IG and brag to the other immigrants that's across the motherfucking border and telling them, get to America, get to America. They giving y'all $1,500 in money and they giving you room and board and they giving you a car and they giving you food stamps. And if you have a baby, get married over here. So if you have a baby, get married over here so that you'll get more money. That's what they was telling those immigrants. That's what they was telling those immigrants. Come over here. You're going to get all this free money, room and board and everything. They was even teaching them that you can go and live in abandoned houses because America has this rule, the squatter rule, okay, the law. They was telling them that shit. They was coming over in droves and shit. Getting in abandoned houses and shit. And then people were trying to fight these people to get out of their houses and stuff. And what did they tell them? Now the news come out talking about all you got to do is put a no trespass sign in front of your house. And so if somebody is in your house, the police can lock them up. So if I got an abandoned house that I just finished working on this house is already fixed, it's beautiful, I'm trying to sell it, I got a squatter in that bitch. And because I didn't put a no trespass sign, this motherfucker got to stay in there for 6 months and shit while I go to court trying to fight to get my house back by a squatter. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just showing you that there's a problem. And I like what you said, 18. You have all this money to give these people who are crossing the border, but you have American citizens that are homeless. You have men and women who have served this country that they are homeless and they can barely eat. You have men and women that serve this country and their mind is not right and they're in trouble and you can't help them. But you can help everybody that come across that motherfucking border with taxpayer money. Now, am I saying that it's wrong for people to come and try to seek a better life? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But you should come the legal way, so at least our money won't get spent. Okay? Taxpayer money won't get spent. You should at least come the legal way. Okay? But one thing that nobody likes to give their hat off to is how Barack didn't take that shit that's going on right now. Barack deported people like he changed his drawers. Barack deported people like he changed his drawers and he was drinking, sipping tea every day. That's how Barack, every time he took a sip, that's how he was deporting people out of this bitch. But nobody liked to give him that credit. He's the only president that I know that deported people like he was sipping tea. He was like, no, I don't care. Oh, I have a baby here. I had a baby here. He's like, the baby is American, but you got to go. So either you take your baby with you or the baby gets stayed here. That's it. That's it. But you can't stay here. Now, they want to say he was heartless, but I'm going to share something with you. Barack was right. He was right because they were running across the border to have the baby here on this soil so that they could stay. So I don't blame him for doing that shit. Because look at it now. You got Americans that are going hungry. We could barely buy milk. Okay? The food pantries got to serve American citizens. The food pantries got to help us. The food pantries got to help us. But no, you freely give food stamps. You freely give food stamps to these people who come across the border. You give them $1,500 a month. And y'all think that makes sense. And so you think the American people is not supposed to feel some type of way. The only problem is that those same migrants is coming to IG and they blasting it. We didn't know y'all was giving them that much. We didn't know y'all was giving them room and board. It's only because they came to IG and started telling shit. We didn't know. We didn't know. But now that we know, that shit is fucked up. A lot of us is going hungry in this bitch. We struggling. We struggling from paying getting, how you say that? Pay Peter, what is that? I always say that wrong. Y'all know what I'm saying. Borrow from Peter to pay Paul. We always do that. The middle class is in trouble. We are in trouble. We barely making it above water, and y'all giving immigrants money out of the wazoo like that shit makes sense. Thank you, baby. I just said it. I appreciate you. Rob Peter to pay Paul. That's right. Nonsense. Whew. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. You're right. There's no middle class anymore. You're right. Green Bean said it at best. That middle class is over, honey. $2 super chat. You right, baby. Green Beans is right. The middle class is over, honey. It's done. Guys, thank you for tuning in. If you like my content, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you feel my content, subscribe to the channel. If you want to donate, you can donate through Cash App. You can also donate through Super Chat if you want to. If you can't, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. I appreciate that. But if you don't like my content, kick rocks. I give two shits. You can scroll up. They got other motherfuckers in this bitch that you can watch. You don't have to watch my shit. Okay? Also, if you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubandrexfashion.com. We have women clothes, we have handbags, we have army bags, all that good shit, okay? Check it out. They got the 5 links in my bio, okay? On YouTube. Go to the link, you will see Esty, Macari, eBay, Pushmart, and then you will see the main website, ubandrexfashion.com. Also, YouTube makes me sell merch, so it would be hoodies, cups, water bottles, t-shirts. They even got baby clothes in that bitch too. Y'all check that out, okay? If you want to, okay? And if you can't do none of that, just hit the like button for me, okay? Subscribe to the channel if you feel my content, okay? Now I want to share something with you. For y'all newcomers, I curse a lot. I try my best to hold my tongue, but when I'm angry, that shit will it'll just go out the wazoo. And I gotta do better with it. My king always tell me you gotta do better with it. I want to address one thing before we go today. Last night I was on Black Man Unfiltered, right? And it was the concept we were talking about marriage, right? Marriage of if the husband had to stay home and raise the children, right? And like and the wife went out and got the money and took care of everything on her own. So they asked me in there, they asked me, shout out to Black Man, shout out to Black Man Unfiltered Network, and shout out to Lost in Translation podcast. So they asked me what was my take on it. And I blatantly said just like this. If a man is home and he's taking care of the children and he's doing all the cooking and cleaning and he's home monitoring the kids and he's not working at all, I called him a bitch. I called him a bitch. I'm going to share with you why I say this. Because if a man is not working and the wife is doing everything, right? She has took your kingship from you. I did. I said it, Malik. I have to tell y'all. You know why I have to tell y'all? Because if somebody cut it up, what I said, they gonna take it out of context. This is what I said. She's going to take her kingship. She's going to take your kingship from you. She will never respect you. Do you understand? She will never respect you. And when she comes across an alpha male, she gonna fuck him and destroy the family. Because she's taking care of you. You understand? And women are good for that shit. They will tell you, I'm paying the motherfucking bills in this bitch. I'm doing everything for you. Okay? So you don't have the right to tell me what the fuck to do. So that's why I say to y'all, my brothers, don't give your kingship away. Now, in the midst of the conversation, they had switched it. In the midst of it, they said, well, what if he got hurt, and what if this, and what is that, right? And I said, wait a minute, y'all had switched this, because if she's married, okay, and the husband has done all he was supposed to do as a husband, and something happened and he got sick, and she had to take care of him, she had to get out there and get her motherfucking grind. And I said, just like this, if it was me, I'm going to get in my motherfucking grind, because I love my husband. I love my husband. If something happened to him and I got to get out in this bitch and start working this shit harder and get a second job, I'm going to go get a motherfucking second job, because I love my husband. Fuck what you heard. Fuck what you heard, because I know the shit my husband did for me and these children in this bitch. I know how my husband break his back and go to work every motherfucking day and take care of us and shit. So fuck what you heard. I'm going to do what I got to do and help my husband. Fuck that. That's a husband who been on his shit all the while. He been doing his shit all the while, and he got hurt. Now it's your turn to get your ass out there and start fucking helping him. Now it's your turn. See, they had switched the conversation. Okay? So I gotta let y'all know that's why I said what I said. I thought they was talking about just some man who ain't never work, ain't never do nothing, and he just laying up in the house and this and that. And then they also added this. They said, well, that's what women do when they home. They take care of the children. They take care of the family and everything while they home. And I said this. Check this out. I asked them, I said, what black men you know would be okay being home, raising the children, cooking and cleaning, while his wife go out every day? Put it in the chat. Let me know. What black men do you know? You want to know why there's not a lot of black men that will do that? And you will see a lot of, because they said it's 20% of us black men that will be home raising their children while their wife go out and work. And those 20%, I want to share something with you. You have gave your kingship to your wife. You have gave your kingship to your wife. Because you can't tell her shit. You can't tell her shit. And she gonna tell you can't tell her shit. I know how black women talk. She gonna tell you can't tell her shit. No black man on this earth that is in their right mind will want to have their wife go out every day and be on her shit and he home. No black man will want that. Even when he's sick and something wrong with him, he still feel bad because it hurt him that he can't go out there and work. Black men is a special kind of breed. That regalness just flow off them. They a special kind of breed. But you know what it is? Our sisters don't see it. Black men are a special kind of breed. That they gotta work to take care of their family. They gotta do everything they need to do to take care of their family. Y'all ones that get in here and y'all think that it's okay not to work, and you healthy in heart, and you healthy, and there's nothing wrong with you and shit, you a special kind of crazy. You a special kind of crazy. Cause ain't no way you can just allow yourself to give your kingship to your wife. Ain't no way. Even if she make more than you. Still get out there and bring in what you bring in, baby. Still get out there. I'm not going to give my kingship up like that. But by health, if something wrong with you, baby, don't you feel bad. If it's by health, something wrong with you, baby, don't you feel bad. Because that woman still love you. She know the shit you did for her when she didn't have. She know. That's different. She know the shit you done for her when you was well. She know. So she already had that mindset that my king was in trouble, and that's why I'm out in this bitch. So I wanted to share that with y'all because I don't want y'all to get a soundbite that I had said, oh, he a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about men who ain't never work a day in their motherfucking life and they ain't never do shit. That's who I'm talking about. And then, you know, you got it where people will say, okay, well, the woman does this thing. She does it. She's home. She does everything and take care of the children and stuff like that. And let me share something with you. It shouldn't just be that either. Because even back in ancient day, okay, a woman still worked. She had a hustle. She had a hustle. Even though she was in the house, she had something she was doing. She had something she was doing. She was keeping busy with herself. She had something that was helping to bring in money. It may not have been much, but it added something to the pot. Y'all take heed to the message. Everybody have a wonderful day. Much love to you all. And I appreciate y'all for staying and rocking out with me. I appreciate y'all because y'all ain't had to. Y'all said, let me go see what this loud mouth heifer talking about. And I appreciate y'all for that. Because here we go, y'all. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming to rock with me. And you ain't had to, and I appreciate that. Thank you, y'all. Have a great day, everybody.